Okay, should be live here. Just gonna give it a little bit of time for people to join in. We've got some interesting things to talk about today. A few pretty cool things. We're gonna talk about some of the trending cryptocurrencies as well. Kind of explore some of these projects. A lot of them haven't really been in this trending section before. There's a lot of hype around Constellation. I've seen recently. Gonna look into Hathor as well. Illuvium, I think I've heard about before. Axie Infinity and Smooth Love Potion, I think, pretty much go hand in hand, as I think Smooth Love Potion is on the Axie Infinity blockchain. Shiba Inu does not know how to leave trending, and I don't know what my DeFi pet is. But there's also some other things to talk about with other projects as well. There was some interesting news surrounding Gitcoin. We'll talk about that as well. Joining Flare Networks, or Flare Finance, I should say. And there's also, for the Polkadot parachains, which I guess we can start getting into it now since we've got some people in the stream now. So the one thing I wanted to start with here is I think the newest parachain slot was filled by Shiden Network. The first one was State Mine, which wasn't like, that was kind of just like a thing that was already set to be done. I don't think that was a part of like any crowd loan or anything like that, or had any like bonding to be done with Kusama. But Karura was the pretty much first one, but we'll say the second one here, which everybody expected to be, and Moon River was expected to follow it. I don't know how many people knew what would come after that, but I guess it was Shiden, however you say it. If anybody knows in the chat, does anybody know the Polkadot the Polkadot token that's related to Shiden? Obviously, like Shiden being the canary network token on the Kusama blockchain. Does anybody know the Polkadot version of it? I'd be interested to know that. It looks like Kala will probably be getting the next one, which is the canary for Fala, which makes sense to me. If I had to have guessed, I would have guessed that would have been like Fala or Kala, or maybe like Crust getting the next one, just based off what I know. But it looks like it'll be Bifrost after that, Basilisk, Polka Smith, Altair, Robonomics, then Crush Shadow. And you guys can see the rest here. But yeah, let me know if anybody knows what the Polkadot version of Shiden is. So that'll be interesting to see. But yeah, these are still going strong, and there's only 4 out of 100 so far. So I mean, it's very likely, I guess, that all of these will be getting slots, considering, you know, there's still, I guess, 96 more slots to be filled. So we'll get some more updates on that. I guess we got this over here from Dot Market Cap, so I'm going to give them a follow. Check out what they have going on here. Let's see. Yeah, I wanted to look more into Moonbeam as well. I might even do like a second separate video on Moonbeam. That'll be really, I think that's going to be a really, really big project. For when that launches on Polkadot, and we'll see what happens with Moon River on Kusama and everything that happens on Kusama and everything like that. Yeah, it does look like it's going to be probably Kala for the next slot. Yeah, so some of the other news, like I mentioned before, let's head over to Flare Network. Well, yeah, so I actually have a video coming out about Flare tomorrow, so I won't get into too much of the detail, but one of the things that's going on for Flare Finance is they're actually going to be integrating Gitcoin. If you guys aren't familiar with Gitcoin, that's been, I think, trending a little bit recently. Gitcoin is pretty much, if you've heard about Dev Protocol, I think it pays open source developers to do open source development. This is one of the projects that I actually wanted to look into a bit, so I figured this would be obviously a good time to do so. Currently market cap is under 100 million, 90, rank at 300, and it looks like the price peaked at $89. I don't know about that in terms of market cap. Yeah, it looks like the market cap's pretty lined up the same. I think this must have been some form of like a glitch or something, because at least in the chart it's showing 6:55, July 11th. Oh no, that's the 24. My bad. I'm sorry. Let's see. Maybe let's look at the max. Yeah, okay. So it still looks like it's only gone up to about $17 in terms of market cap. Okay, similar. Um, okay, so yeah, let's read a little bit about Gitcoin here. So Gitcoin is a platform to fund builders looking for meaningful open source work. Project owners can publish their projects such as Codebase, Git repository, podcast, and various initiatives on the platform. Donors can browse a list of projects and choose what they would like to fund. Okay, so this is actually really cool. Um, so let me give you a little bit of insight. So I'm actually a developer myself, but I have a brother who has a channel called Chris at Machine on YouTube. You guys can find him there. He's got like I think 12,000 subscribers. But his repository on GitHub, if you're not familiar with GitHub, it's where a lot of people push up their code, whether it be for like organizational purposes or open source work or anything like that. But he actually was the number 3 trending repository for his NeoVim content, or actually I think this is for LunarVim, separate like text editor, code editor thing. But this would be fantastic for him because they could actually fund his project, it looks like, using Gitcoin, and to actually maybe fund other developers to work on that project, which is really great for open source development because if anybody isn't familiar with how a lot of what people desire in the crypto space or like really in general nowadays is just open source development. Nobody really likes the proprietary software, things that come out from like Microsoft or Apple or any of these companies or Google or so on and so forth. So this is something to definitely consider when you think about supporting certain projects. I think overall it's a better idea to support open source software currently in the state of the world we're in rather than proprietary. And also it's really cool because it'll give people more kind of like a meaning and a purpose to work on a project they're passionate about, especially if they can get paid for it now in some way. So like I said before, there's a project. Let's open up a new tab here. There's a project really similar to Gitcoin, which is Dev Protocol. This one's been out for some time. I don't know how long Gitcoin's been out for, but I know Dev Protocol, I've seen it before, much lower market cap. But I think this is a very similar concept where Dev Protocol lets GitHub users tokenize their open source, assuming OSS is open source software projects, in a few clicks. Creating an OSS token allows projects to access sustainable funding, create underlying economic models for their project, and distribute incentives at scale. For the first time, OSS projects have a scalable solution to unlock their value. Comparing these two projects, well, okay, this one I can't even get to the website. I wonder why that might be, but that could be something on my end, so I'm not sure. It looks like they had a airdrop about May. Let's check out their Twitter to see if they're still active or anything like that. Okay, so actually, here's my brother right here. So yeah, I think recently they he got sponsored. I think potentially by Dev Protocol in some way, or he has some relation now, or something is happening with that. But it looks like they're still pretty active. So yeah, okay. So this is Dev Protocol, which is definitely something to consider at $4 million market cap, obviously. Okay, it looks like it's peaked out at $17, which is, or $20 probably. So that's definitely good. Let's see market cap. Yeah. Okay. Well, I don't know what happened here, but hello Neoping. How are you? Anyway, yeah. So in comparing these two projects in terms of what they do, I mean, I don't know why Dev Protocol would have about like a 20th of the market cap of Gitcoin. I'm not sure why that would be the case, but it could be funding, it could be certain things that are backing these projects, marketing and things like that. Like I said before, I hadn't really actually heard about Gitcoin too much, but let's look a little bit into their website here. It looks like they have $24.3 million funded for projects. Okay. And 311,668 active developers. Let's see. Let's learn a little bit more about them here. Look for some more highlights here. Look. Okay, so apparently Vitalik Buterin talks about Gitcoin, so that's actually probably really good news for them. And we can see some other developers here talking about it as well. Okay, let's look at what's possible here in terms of earning. Break free from your 9 to 5 to work on open source projects that matter. This is kind of what I was saying earlier. This is what a lot of developers would like to do, but they kind of feel like pigeonholed and a bit stuck having to grind the 9 to 5 because, obviously your salary will pay you, at least at first. And I guess it's a bit more stable and has more certainty with it than if you were to go do open source development. And even still, I think a lot of open source developers, once they start to get into a project, they end up actually just taking probably like a big job at like a big company that'll pay them a lot of money, because they were recognized for their open source stuff. But even so, it would be great to have developers be able to actually work on things and create things that they actually want to do and work on that they find interesting. Because if you haven't noticed this really with any sector of work, it's not just development or software development in any sense. A lot of people are kind of feeling a bit bogged down and slogged by the whole 9 to 5 concept. But they would be a lot better at what they do and a lot more creative if they were just given a little bit more time or room to actually do stuff that they want to do. So I definitely like this concept. I hope something like this, whether it be Gitcoin or not Gitcoin, I hope that works. Whether it be dev protocol, Gitcoin, whatever. It would be really cool. And even for myself as well, one thing I actually haven't gotten into in my career is really almost any open source development. But I would really like to do so, whether that be working on blockchain technologies or I'd at least be interested in testing some things out. But whether it be working on the Lunar Vim or NeoVim stuff that my brother works on, or any type of blockchain tech, or really anything that might interest me. So, yeah. Anyway, let's read a little bit more here about Gitcoin. Millions of dollars flow into projects on Gitcoin, earned by participating in sponsored hackathons, bounties, and funded community grants. Ready to earn. Ways to earn. Earn through bounties. Okay, so tackle bounties for all skill levels hosted by Web3's most exciting projects. Okay, so... Okay. Collect reward. So I wonder, too, like, is a lot of this going to be, like... I'm not saying that the token itself is centralized, but will the work, in a way, maybe be somewhat, like, centralized? Will Web3 just... It looks like Web3 is offering these bounties. Potentially. I'm not sure exactly, but... If that's the case, then... Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't really... I don't know the exact... exactly what's behind Web3. Like, Web3, right, is really related, I think, to, like... I think parity is really related to them, and the whole concept of Web3 is... I don't know. I'm not going to speak on things I don't fully know. Anyway, earn through sponsored hackathons. Collect rewards and tokens as you hack your way through creative solutions on a variety of protocols. Team up with other Web3 developers to advance technology that will shape our future. And grant funding. Okay. So that's pretty cool. We can see some top earners on Gitcoin already. So someone, I guess, made 138 DAI, which I think is just $138, right? Because DAI is a stable coin. Let's check out the leaderboard. It would be pretty cool to see some of this if it would ever load. For now, if it doesn't load, we'll just head back over here. Okay, so Sovereign. So Sovereign is launching $500,000 worth of bounties and grants to build DeFi on Bitcoin. Okay, so this is going to get us on a tangent here, but this is actually really interesting, and this is something that I think a lot of you guys should check out. If you've never seen my videos on stacks, or if you've never heard about stacks, I really recommend that you guys check them out. But Sovereign, I think, is doing something very similar to stacks. I think they're a much lower market cap token. Sovereign, I don't know if they're on CoinGecko, but I think they're on CoinMarketCap. I don't really know where they trade. I don't think they trade. Maybe they are on CoinGecko and I just spelled it wrong. There's always that chance. Okay, it looks like they are. I think it's ESOV as the ticker. Maybe it's not. I don't know. It looks like it's SOV here and ESOV there. Don't buy any scams, guys. I don't want to show you any scams. But anyway, we're going to go over to CoinMarketCap. So I feel like this is probably more legitimate here. Anyway, so Sovereign, I think, is doing DeFi on Bitcoin. I think their market cap is much lower than Stacks, but I can't be certain because it doesn't look like there's too much data here about their market cap. I want to hope that I'm not heading to any. This looks pretty legit, so this is probably the actual site here for Sovereign. Yeah, okay, so we can head over to their D app here. Now live by Sovereign. Okay. Yeah, so, all right, we're not going to look too much at the Sovereign website here, but what I will say here is if you go over to Stacks, and just to compare success for what a project like this is capable of or what it can do, if I guess I didn't click this here. Okay, so Stacks is $1.30 right now. All right, it's actually doing extremely well during this bear market. You can see this massive uptick recently. Stacks was dominating during this whole NFT craze that just kind of went down. Like you saw things like Decentraland and Engine and Axie and the Smooth Love Potion Flow were all going up a ton in price. For whatever reason, Stacks was right along with them. I think they had some NFT news and some other things coming out. Stacks is doing a ton of cool stuff. Really recommend you guys look into stacking. That you guys check out what they're trying to do with some of the apps that they already have launched with DeFi on Bitcoin, everything like that. Anyway, yeah, but I did a video on them before as well. And if we come over to their Twitter, we can look at maybe some of the reasons why they're... Okay, so Sovereign actually follows them as well. Now, they're also, I think, backed by the Winklevoss twins, and then they're the heads of Gemini, if I've got that correctly. But yeah, they are doing some pretty big stuff. Right here, this is the, I think the head... Like the head developer, he's the founder of Stacks. Okay, smart contracts for Bitcoin, right? I hear this smart contracts for Bitcoin thing might be maybe sort of a big deal. And yeah, I think it is, right? And I think some people will say that you can do smart contracts on Bitcoin through some of the upgrades. I think Taproot, there's like rumors around that with like some form of like extra privacy and maybe some form of smart contracts. I don't know how scalable or legitimate or true any of those statements are. I've just heard them. However, I will say that Stacks has been working with this concept of proof of transfer and doing things in unison in a sense with Bitcoin for a good bit now. And they would be probably listed on every big exchange right now if it wasn't for all this SEC stuff that they're going through. So, yeah, you can head over to their website. They have a really nice website, really clean. A lot of cool stuff. You can earn Bitcoin by stacking. There's stacking pools where you can actually earn stacks as well instead of Bitcoin. You can do it non-custodially, or you can do it custodially through a exchange like OKCoin. I think they just did some NFT stuff with like Boomverse or something. I forget exactly what it was, but there was some NFT stuff that just came out for stacks, like I said before. And yeah, you can see they're in Coinbase custody. They're going to be a big project. They already kind of are a big project, but I think they're only going to get bigger. I mean, compare them to something like DeFi that's like Ethereum, right? Or like Cardano. Let's just compare them to Ethereum. All right, well, Stacks market cap is, let's call it $1 billion. Okay, well, let's call Ethereum's here 250 billion. I think you can see the potential room for growth there. Not to say it's going to go there, but why can't it go where Cardano is currently? There's really no reason. Yeah, so keep that in mind, I guess, right? All right, so we explored that a bit here. I got on a bit of a tangent because we were over on Gitcoin and we were talking about Sovereign, which is a project that's doing something somewhat similar to Stacks with DeFi on Bitcoin, which is another blockchain that I really do want to look into more. It's a bit hard to get Sovereign, I think, currently. I think you can only really get it on Uniswap for most people, although I guess the gas fees are a lot lower, right, for Ethereum. Might not be the worst idea to get into something like Sovereign. Would really like to know what their market cap is if anybody knows that currently. Okay, so we've seen how to earn on Gitcoin. Now we can also learn, build blockchain knowledge as you go, meet top developers in Web3, support meaningful open source projects, govern, decide the future of the open web. All right, so learn section. Yeah, okay. I don't think there's too many. Connect to developers, build with your peers, connect to Web3. Okay. Fund. Yes, I guess someone can fund. If someone wants to come in, they can fund it. I don't know what they get out of it necessarily. Grant 1 gets 100 and 100. At the end of the round, both grants get 100 matching. One funder, 10 funders. Okay. Great opportunities and wealth. Open source development is vital because it encourages rapid. Yeah, I guess it kind of also comes into the sense where it's like if you have Oh, hello. Hello, Sean. Um, XLM. Uh, I mean, it's just kind of like XRP, but has like I guess different backers and different support. I think they have some integration. I forget with which country. A few months back, I don't know. I think the founder of XRP or one of the founders of XRP started XLM. I don't think that one necessarily negates or gets like destroys the other one necessarily, but they can coexist. I think they're just built for somewhat different purposes, but they're pretty similar. I think. Um, do I like Stay by Kid Leroy? Okay. And do you think Philippines will use Bitcoin in the future, just like other countries? Probably. I wouldn't doubt that at all. I can't imagine that. Like, I mean, now that we have Paraguay considering it too, or at least in some fashion considering it, they're talking about regulation. Obviously, we have El Salvador and everything, but I don't know. We'll see. I think that avalanche will come, and we'll see if it comes for other cryptocurrencies or if it'll just be Bitcoin. Obviously, we have Cardano doing stuff with I think Africa or Ethiopia. I think just Ethiopia currently. I'm not too sure, but yeah, I mean, this is definitely where we're heading. We're definitely trending in the direction of crypto as pretty much, king of all of our financial systems. I think when people start to really look into a lot of these projects and what they're doing, and they see the use cases and the value, I think I think they'll be able to see it pretty quickly. Um, it also makes it easier on people's minds when we're in like a situation currently with the bear market in some form of a bear market. Um, I think it makes people feel like they haven't fully missed out and they feel like they can get in now, which is good. Um, because I think ultimately 5-10 years from now, it really won't matter too much where you bought as long as you were buying around this area. But that's kind of just what I think. Okay, so we are talking about the funding here for Gitcoin, but we are going to go over and talk about the governance for it. Okay, cool. I guess we get sent over to a whole separate section here with the launch of GTC. We are embarking on our second chapter to build a DAO of DAOs, funding the future of the open web. Okay, so it's a government's token with no economic value. Want to decentralize grants, manage disputes, govern the treasury with your help. Okay, so pretty much the token just does governance then. A unicorn. Cool. Just like Vitalik. Power and public good. Thank you for your response, sir. I'll be looking into subscribing into your Patreon. Yeah, thanks, Sean. Anyway, um, okay, so powering the public goods in the information age. Okay. Now it's funny too because if no one's familiar with there's more than just just like GitHub and stuff. Like there's also a whole bunch of other different ones as well, like Bitbucket, GitLab. There's like a ton of them and stuff. So, okay, so cool. So we've explored Gitcoin now. We've explored Stacks a little bit again, as I always end up doing on this channel, just because so bullish on that project overall. We've looked at Sovereign a little bit here. We looked at some news with Flare Finance, which is integrating Gitcoin as well, which actually is really cool. I wonder what this article... Okay, this isn't an article. It just brings you to the website. Yeah, so I wonder what the exact reasoning was behind supporting Gitcoin. Yeah, so want your asset support on Flare Finance. Okay, I just want to read that real quick. Now, if we come back over here to CoinMarketCap, all right, so there's actually some other pretty big news. I might make a separate video on this. I haven't thought too much about it yet. But you can see here that Kava has a testnet launch, and I think this is for Kava Swap. Now, if you guys aren't familiar with Kava Swap, this is going to be a new token I think that launches on the Kava blockchain. Now, Kava Swap's going to be doing some pretty cool stuff. Let's head over to Kava's website, and let's look a little bit into Kava Swap here. I did kind of a video on this before. Let me check something out real quick. All right, cool. Let's head over to the website. All right, so we have Kava swap right here. Ah, it's protected page. It wasn't like that before. I think now since it's like launched or something, I don't really know what to do with that. But yeah, but it's swap cross chain assets and maximize yield. So I think essentially it's just allowing you to do. If you've seen like some of these like swap type of platforms or tokens, like kind of swap, uh, like tokens like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and all different things like that, like cross chain. So just I think more support in terms of interoperability and things like that, just bringing more value as well, I guess, to the Kava blockchain overall, as they already have like lending, borrowing, and stable coins. So Kava is actually doing some pretty cool and legit stuff. By the way, I think you can actually get like 22%, if I'm not mistaken, on Kraken for Kava staking. Let me see. Let me see something real quick here. Let's take us to the Kraken exchange. No, let's go to their Twitter real quick. Let's see if we can. Okay. I want to look for. I don't want to sign in or anything, but I do want to look for Kava here. I'm not going to spend too much time on it if I can't do it. Anyway, yeah, if you guys have Kraken, the exchange, you can look into it. But I think you can get like a high yield or a high staking percentage on Kava, which is cool. And they also have support for Ripple, which is nice because I don't really know many DeFi platforms that I guess support XRP in any sense. So Chainlink, I guess as well here. I actually don't know if they support Chainlink on their actual protocol. Like if I go to hard protocol real quick, yeah, no, it's just XRP, B, BTCB, BNB, Binance US Dollar, hard Kava, and USDX. Okay. Yeah, but Kava has, I think, a lot of stuff going for it. I think they're going to end up crushing as well. They're still doing very well. They're another one of those tokens that really didn't get hit too hard by the bear market in any sense. So they're definitely recovering right now as well, it seems. That could be due to the Kava swap information as well as the high staking rewards. I think they upped the staking rewards recently because of I forget exactly. I think something to do with like the stablecoin balance, something like that. Anyway, okay, so we did want to look into some of these trending tokens as well. So let's take a look into Constellation because I think this has been like crushing recently. Yeah, okay, so it just went parabolic a bit here, which is rare to see, I guess, in a bear market type of situation. But it looks like it just 5x'd in about 3 weeks, I guess. Let's check them out. And also, what are they? They are their own blockchain, it looks like. I'm assuming. So in more traditional blockchains, the host provides the food, drinks, resources for this party. And when the guests arrive, the amount of resources can only accommodate so many people. The portions are small, and then everything eventually runs out, and the party ends. Think Constellation DAG like a potluck, a party where everyone brings food, drinks. Okay, so, all right, I kind of see what's going on here, I think, a little bit. With every added guest, node to the network, the more resources the party has to keep going. Okay, so this is the nature of Constellation, a distributed system that scales horizontally. Yeah, so it's Constellation of blockchain, and this is actually right. So they're saying not exactly, although inspired by the principles of decentralization, many standard blockchains such as Bitcoin and Ethereum face scalability issues. This is why the next generation of decentralized networks such as Hashgraph, IOTA, and Constellation have turned to DAG. Okay, so I think that directed acyclic graph is what DAG stands for, I believe. Anyway, so I've talked about a token like this before, somewhat not like this, but okay. So a token I've talked about before, Dero, which is trying to do smart contracts or private smart contracts, I should say. Sorry. They also have some other cool, unique concepts like homomorphic encryption. I think I was reading some more stuff about that, and that just pretty much, and I think Google also is doing some stuff with that as well. And essentially, homomorphic encryption, I think, allows you to send over a transact with encrypted data, and you can perform any type of like arithmetic, I guess, like addition, subtraction, multiplication, whatever, on the data without having to decrypt it. So it stays encrypted. So that's kind of how like the privacy works. But that's a bit of an aside here and a bit of a tangent. Anyway, the DAG stuff, I think Dero does a hybrid of a DAG and a blockchain. And that's to help with, I think, 51% attacks, and I also probably believe scalability purposes. But the one thing that's interesting that I've heard, and I haven't looked too much into it, so I can't say for sure, but it seems to be the case that a DAG-based blockchain like IOTA or Hedera Hashgraph is actually more centralized. So I can't speak to the validity of this. I don't know enough information about it, but this is definitely something I want to look into and research. It'd be cool if like the Coin Bureau would do like a video about like a DAG. I don't know if he's done that before, like a DAG versus a blockchain. This is interesting that you're seeing some more like DAG based tokens come out. It will be interesting to see how like the next big one performs or something like that, or maybe this could be a way to get ahead of the curve on a certain blockchain that is like a DAG based blockchain, because you can see some of these are kind of crushing recently, especially Constellation here. But if anybody knows more information about DAGs or directed acyclic graphs and if they are more centralized, or if they're prone to centralization, or if they're a good alternative to blockchain tech for any of this stuff, let me know. Or if you have any like useful, I won't say links because every time someone tries to put a link, it doesn't work in the chat. But if you like comment like the website or like an article or something, you can send me to, or like a Discord for any of these things. Let me know. Anyway, so what is a microservice? Microservice is an approach to application development in which a large application is built as a suite of modular services. Okay, each module supports a specific business goal and uses a simple, well-defined interface to communicate with other sets of services. Uber, for example, is not a singular app purse. It is a unified app, which means it is a single interface that brings together their driver app, their rider app, and their corporate team app. Okay, that makes sense. I know, like there's like Uber Eats, regular Uber, and what else is there? I don't know. Okay, so but there's also like driver and rider, I guess. Okay, yeah, okay, that makes sense, right? That's like how like DoorDash, I guess, works and stuff. You need a mod to post a link or yourself. Okay, thank you. I've been wondering why people can't post links, but I guess it also makes sense with like spam and like protection and stuff. So like that definitely makes sense. I guess that's like the default. I don't even know if you can turn that off with YouTube customization or anything like that. But I should start probably getting mods for the channel. But I guess when I'm looking for a link, I can't be the one that posts it because I want the information on it. But let's look into Constellation on their website. Open source platform you can use to create a blockchain, cryptocurrency, or decentralized application. 77, I guess, projects are in progress. 97 node operators, and I guess infinite transactions. Okay. Introducing Hypercube, the end-to-end blockchain business toolkit. Deploy your own blockchain networks, mint your own cryptocurrencies, create crypto wallets for various users, explore and validate transactions. Powered by Hypergraph, the world's most robust decentralized value-based network. Yeah, you can check this video out maybe later. If you guys want to look at it, you can as well. I'm not going to play it here. Infinite scalability. That may be true. Don't know about that. Simple to deploy. Cost effective. Impenetrable. Okay. Here, let's see their partners. AWS. Interesting. I don't think I've ever seen AWS partnered with a crypto asset. But cool. I might just make a separate video on them just based off of that, honestly. But all right, let's see. Any other interesting partners here that I know? Of course, Chainlink, who's partnered with everybody. Twitter. Okay. It's interesting. Quant. Blockfolio. Splunk. Dunk. I don't know. Oh, I see with these. Okay. Okay. You guys might be familiar with some of these. I'm actually not even that familiar with Splunk. I think I've just heard of them. Anyway. Okay, product partners. Okay. Good website overall as well. Alright. Don't know how I feel about the AWS partnership, but it's definitely interesting. Okay. Let's look at the About Us here. What they can tell us here. Here's their team, it looks like. Alright. We have a mission statement. Let's see what they're trying to do, or what at least the mission statement, the supposed goal here is. Many technologies are a response to human need. Bitcoin is widely seen as a response to the global financial crisis of 2008, 2009. 10 years later, we have a crisis of data. Information is globally and fluidly shareable. But the question is that information accurate and reliable? The second issue is that individuals, businesses, and societies at large are overwhelmed by an exponential amount of information. That's true. Thirdly, we face major interoperability issues between data generating systems. As a consequence, there is an urgent need for a fact-checking layer in the data generation lifecycle. Yeah, maybe there probably is, right? But I don't know how they plan to solve that. But the whole concept of like a fact checker, that can be a little bit dangerous because we have these, like there are like these concepts of like fact checkers. Obviously, like they're centralized, right? Because like there's some like company or whatever running it. Like I think there's like a website actually called like Fact Checker. Okay, but the problem with those can be is like they kind of decide, and it's funny how sometimes facts, at least the way that they're portrayed, because you can slap the word fact on anything, even if it's an opinion, and a lot of people will believe it. This is something to definitely watch out for anybody who might get like deceived or tricked by something like that. Now, I'm not writing Constellation off and saying what they're trying to do is not going to work or wrong or whatever, like having a fact-checking layer. But it's definitely something interesting to think about where kind of what we already have for that now doesn't really seem to work. Anyway, Constellation is a response to an acknowledgement of the power that is inherent in information data. We want to shed light on the informational basis upon which a decision has been made and illuminate. So how do you confirm they actually involve the AWS? Can you double check from the AWS side? That's a great point. Let's go ahead and do that. Now, I would assume that they're not lying, but they could be stretching the truth about who or how far their partnership goes. So that very well could be true. So let's head down and see a partner network of AWS. Maybe no, I don't think we're going to get anything there. We could do a separate lookup for it here. Yes, Constellation partnership. Let's see this article here. Constellation Research. I don't know if this is... No, I don't think this is that. It might be. I don't know. Let me see something real quick. I don't think so, though. It could be. I don't know. So this is no longer available, but it looks like there's something for Constellation, if that's the same Constellation. I don't know. I don't know. Let's throw the crypto word on there, because that normally works. Okay, here we go. We've got an article here that seems to be telling us something. Okay, I didn't even say anything about AWS here. I don't understand. Yeah, honestly, it's a good point that you brought this up because it's hard to find any confirmation about this, at least because now I'm on I think a German article or something. So I don't know. Well, something to look into after the stream if you can't find it now. Yeah, I don't want to waste too much time on it, and I probably will look into it afterwards. But that's definitely something to keep in mind. Anyway, back to their About Us to lead a little bit more about what they're doing here, at least what they're saying they're trying to do. want to shed light on the informational basis upon which a decision has been made and illuminate potential solutions to these problems. The validation of different data and data sources does not simply facilitate the use of the Internet of Devices. It also lays the foundation for self-organization. I need to read this again. Hold on. Okay, it also lays the foundation for self-organizing and self-governing structures based on the true data information. Idea of sovereignty, which can be understood in the context of classical liberal sense of individual sovereignty and or international law and the nation state on a third abstraction layer. It can be understood with the words. Why did I add the word wise? With the words of Carl Sagan. I don't even know who Carl Sagan is. Who speaks for Earth? Earth is the highest logical abstraction of sovereignty. Maybe. I don't know about that. However, the Earth has no representation in governance yet. New technologies like this is a form of sovereignty. Overcoming the disconnect between information processing and decision making and coupling value exchange information. To reach our goal and transmit the spirit of this undertaking, Constellation has developed this. Okay, so they want the Earth to have a representation in governance. And to have some form of, I guess, a fact-checking layer. I'd be interested to see of how they would like to do that. Okay, so here's their principles. Let's see, data liberation. The network will de-silo and connect data, offering people a choice of how to use the data they generate using a variety of devices. This strengthens the ability of individuals and communities alike to govern their own data. Here's the factuality. The network and its governance will promote facts and quantifiable truth with the goal of serving the well-being of humans in our life. Okay. I don't know. I don't know how they plan on doing that, but I would like to maybe see like the exact. This might be something I have to look into separately outside the stream because it looks like it would have to be like a lot more of an in-depth research. I don't know if they have like a white paper or anything. I don't know. I don't know how much I'd like to know how they plan to do that. And I'd also like to know if their partnership with AWS actually is legit. I'm not saying it's definitely not, but alright, let's just look at the DAG token here real quick for the last thing we'll look at. Data focus token. Hybrid nodes which perform consensus for multiple state channels and DAG can license or share its data to accounts either by granting access rights via payment in DAG or a throughput allowance for validating data designated. Hybrid nodes allow for direct license. Constellation network. Okay. Importantly, in contrast to classical blockchain solutions, Constellation Network's architecture is based on the concept of microservices. Microservices are definitely useful and cool, by the way, if you guys aren't familiar with them. Like in terms of, I guess, using them on like behemoth projects or like just massive code bases or something like that, right? This means that as a network adoption grows, different types of application-specific or task-specific hybrid nodes are foreseeably created. Hybrid nodes ultimately allow for cross-chain liquidity, while DAG is the financial aspect that ties all types of state channels, data, or currencies together. Okay. You can look at their tokenomics here. We're not going to look too much into that in their white paper, but it looks like, according to CoinGecko, they have about 2/3, I guess, of their circulating supply out, I guess, here. But okay. Alright, so their market cap currently is about 500 million, I guess, rank 120. Obviously, they just exploded. Not something I would touch right now, even if it keeps going up. This is definitely not a chart that I would like to touch, especially in like a bear market of any sort. Although they are trading on KuCoin, which is cool, I guess. I don't know if that was a recent addition or anything like that. Cover their Twitter real quick. Alright. I think I'm done looking at Constellation here. Okay, so the next one to look at, I guess it's either Hathor or Illuvium here. We can do Hathor. Let's figure out what this blockchain does. Looks like it's also on KuCoin. I also wonder if that was a recent addition as well. Okay, so Hathor's technology is a natural evolution of Bitcoin's blockchain. Instead of arranging the transactions in a Merkle tree inside the blocks, we arrange the transactions in a DAG. Okay, so it's more DAG stuff. All right, so what's going on with all of the DAGs outside the blocks, which are confirmed? This actually could be extremely bullish news for Dero, by the way, with all these like DAG blockchains, or not DAG blockchains, but DAG projects like getting, I guess, a lot of hyper recognition. Okay, but it also says here that which are confirmed by the blocks. This novel design allows Hathor to be highly scalable and decentralized. Okay. Hathor also tackles the complexity of creating a new token. It's easy and fast. There are no such thing as gas, solidity, and all ERC20 paraphernalia. What the DAG, yo? What's a DAG? It's a directed acyclic graph, I believe. When I guess like we could go do like a whole like research what a DAG is, but I can't tell if the comment was a joke or not. I don't know, but it does seem to be that I don't know. I guess like that's why you need the word crypto too, right? Rather than like whenever you say like obviously they mean like different things or whatever, but when you talk about like blockchains, like a lot of people will describe everything we're looking at or this space as like, oh, these are blockchains, but some of them aren't. Anyway, tokens in the network operate with the same scalability and security parameters as the native HTR token. Okay, and it's based off of some dude's thesis, who I don't know. A scalable and easy to use blockchain for digital assets. First thing, let's, I guess, look at their partners here. If we can find them. Here's their About Us, the team, advisors, foundation. Didn't tell me what I wanted to see. Frequently asked questions. This isn't a terrible place to start. What's Hathor? Is it a platform over Ethereum or other crypto? Okay, so it's not a fork. When was it launched? 2019? Okay, mainnet was January 3rd of last year, apparently. Native token of the Hathor HTR is the native unit of account of the Hathor network, created as a utility token needed to access the decentralized payment, contracting, and token issuance capabilities of our technologies. Okay. Does use proof of work or proof of stake. Hathor achieves consensus using proof of work and the same hash of Bitcoin, SHA-256D. How can I mine Hathors? If you want to mine Hathors, first you need to install one of the available mining software, then you can connect to a full node to start mining. Ideally, you should run your own full node for security reasons. Okay. Advantages of Hathor. Let's see. Hathor architecture allows the platform to scale on layer 1, achieving hundreds of transactions per second. Furthermore, we focus on usability for the end user. So creating a new token is extremely easy, and on our platform, besides having 0 fee to exchange your tokens. Okay, so I guess one of the appeals of Hathor here would be like bringing projects or DApps or dApps, decentralized applications, onto their blockchain because it's easy to launch a token there, I guess, right? And low fees or non-existent fees, right? Did Hathor have an ICO? Okay, so no, but it was initially funded by a private seed investment with family and friends. Okay. Is it open source? Yes. We're going to buy Hathor or HTR. As soon as Hathor gets listed on some exchanges, we will release on social networks. And I think we have seen it recently get listed on KuCoin. So, all right. Community, become a miner, bounty programs. Still don't see any partnerships. Looks like they have a wallet for mobile. Cool. And desktop. Get your token. Send your token to friends. Learning more. Resources. White paper. Okay. Tokenomics. Executive summary. Okay. Not seeing anything here for partnerships. If anybody knows, let me know in the chat. Otherwise, I think we don't have too much here to explore with Hathor, since we've kind of already gone over the general kind of discussion of the DAG and like kind of what's happening currently in the space with all that. Also, let me know if I'm not speaking loud enough, because I am sitting a little bit far from my mic, but or maybe if I'm too loud, I don't know. Okay. Alluvium is the next one we're going to look at. I hope it's not a DAG. Okay, it's an NFT. Gaming. Although, I mean, we've been seeing like NFTs, I think just, and gaming NFTs actually specifically, I think they've been crushing recently with like AXS, right? Smooth Love Potion. And I guess my DeFi pet is probably a game too. I don't know. Whatever this is. Maybe it's not. It is a virtual pet game that combines okay, yeah. Okay. Cool. Whatever this is. Nice. And Shiba Inu crushing. I wonder if there's anything like actually going on outside of, like, I know that there was supposed to be like Shiba Swap or something and like some other things with it, like art or something. I don't know. We'll go back to Olivium. Audio good for me, but just chilling in quiet house. Okay, cool. I mean, I can't imagine too many people are dealing with like a noisy area right now, so I guess that's probably fine. It is pretty late, but I guess it depends on where you are. But I assume most people are. Anybody watching this right now is probably in the same country as me. Okay. Luvium. Let's go to their website. Fight for ETH. Have I been on this website before? I feel like I may have. One of the things that interests me about these NFT-based games is I actually am very surprised about how much money's invested in these. I don't actually know how much funding like a AAA game or like a big release, like a big studio-based game, like something that comes from like, I don't know, like a main developer, I guess like E3 or like Obsidian or something, right? Like some big gaming company. I don't know how much funding they normally get for a game or for like their studio. So I might look into that in comparison. But I guess these are their partners here, maybe even investors, right? I feel like I have been on this website before in terms of just looking at this. I guess they have, okay, so they just launched staking. And I guess they do KYC. Okay. Anyway. That might be why they're doing so well recently, because I guess they just launched staking. So maybe it's not the best time to get in. Maybe it is. I don't know. Looks like you can get them on gate.io. Uniswap, of course, here, as they are in ERC20, it seems. We can head over to their Twitter page. Collection and auto battler game. I don't get the game aspect of crypto. Why are most headed into that direction? Because they need a use? I don't know, right? Like an NFT project. I mean, I see no problem with NFTs or NFT-based platforms or projects like getting into gaming. I mean, it makes sense. I mean, you have to like think about it like this as well. There probably will be some form of like a gaming economy in the future where, hold on, Feg token, isn't that like one of like the scammy type tokens though? Anyway, there probably will be some, or like pump and dump token. There probably will be some form of like a gaming economy, right? Like, I mean, we have like virtual reality, I guess, coming, right, in some form, or it already kind of is here, and augmented reality potentially, I guess. You have to just like think about, so many people are like playing games, spending so much time in their day playing a game all the time, and like a lot of money is being spent, a lot of value is being put into those things. Like there's so many advertisements and different things and grabbing attention and entertainment and everything like that with just streamers. I mean, heck, even me on my channel, I can't type with, even on my channel, like I have streamed some games, or just a game so far. And I've been thinking about streaming other games just because I think like doing some things that are kind of maybe a little bit crypto based with gaming and stuff seems like a pretty cool idea just for like, I guess, entertainment or chilling out purposes. But I think there's actually probably going to be like some form of an economy built in the gaming world. I think you can already kind of see it with like Fortnite, the way that kind of went. Like the amount of money that was spent on that merchandise, where like to customize your character. I mean, if you think about it, there's no reason that that doesn't continue to happen, and probably on like a larger scale. Like look at Decentraland. They're like apparently virtual land selling for like a lot of money. For what purposes? I don't know exactly. Maybe companies buying it for advertisement purposes. Maybe people actually just want to have like land in a video game and I guess like live in it or something. I don't know if anybody can shed some light on that concept, but yeah, I don't know. There is a lot of gaming based crypto projects, NFT gaming based projects. You know, like there's like chain games, right? You have Illuvium, Axie Infinity, probably some other ones. I don't know. Let's go to the NFT if it would let me. Oh, I guess I have to click coins. It's fine. I think Engine does gaming too, right? I think Sandbox doesn't Sandbox do something similar to like Decentraland. Wait, Theta has a 37% network dominance of NFTs. Really? That's cool. I didn't know Theta was crushing that much in terms of NFTs. I like how NFTs only take up 1% of the total, I guess, crypto dominance. It's interesting. Engine's got some cool news coming out with Efinity. I did a video on them before. They have like an ICO that just I think happened or something. I don't think it's coming up anymore. Chili's doing that sports stuff, right? Centraland versus Georgialand. Axie Infinity. Is Axie Infinity really the 4th highest NFT? It passed Decentraland, Flow, and Ecomi and stuff? How legit is this game? Like, what is this? I thought it was just like pets that you like fight with or something. CAPTCHA. Why? Why do I have to deal with you? Okay. A digital nation, battle, collect, earn. I mean, it looks cool, but I don't know why there's like, what is there, $1 billion in this? Okay. I'm trying to understand it just as much as everybody else. But there's land, collectibles, I guess. Battling is either here or coming. Yeah, it's coming soon. I think I read that before. Marketplace? Okay. And I guess certain things are selling for lots of money. I don't know. I don't know if there's like some weird thing where like if you buy one of these things, like there's some like I have no idea. I missed getting into Engine SP. I don't know what SP means, but there's another engine-based project, I guess you could say, Efinity, that just had an ICO. Head over here to CoinMarketCap. I will show you a little bit of stuff about that. FE. Yeah, so this project, I think it's doing like NFTs on like Polkadot and like trying to make like it a whole like, trying to make them more widespread and doing some type of smartphone thing with it, and I guess make like a marketplace probably for it as well. But I think they're going to be coming out on Polkadot. Yeah, so you can check this token out. Their ICO just happened June 24th. I did a video on that, like I said, on CoinList. I guess CoinList really does a lot of the ICOs. Obviously, like being certain countries, you can't. Oh, no sure on spelling SP. Not sure. Not sure on spelling. SP. Are you saying SP means not sure on spelling? If so, okay. And yes, I think it is spelled, engine is spelled that way, if that's what you're saying. Okay. Right, what's going on here? Website. No, let me go there. Let me go. All right, so NFT.io, I think, is like more like their website here. Built by Engine, powered by Efinity, built by Engine, a global team. You know, I think they're also backed by Microsoft too. At least Engine is. I'm not too sure if Efinity is. I'm not sure of the spelling of Engine. Well, you got it right, so we're good. Yeah. Okay. So this just happened. Okay. It looks like. Oh, good, dude. I'm just not caught up with, I guess, certain lingo. Axie Infinity, right back here. Let me go back to the website. Let me get out of this marketplace. Got way too many tabs open. Way too many tabs. Let me get rid of AWS and Mr. DAG token and nonsense. And all right, that's fine for now. Oh, I can play the game. But I have to download the. Oh, whoops. Oh, Didn't want to do that, but it doesn't matter. Okay. So let's see. What else to explore here? Okay, so the Smooth Love Potion I think is like another NFT project that's like on the Axie Infinity game. Yeah, so this sends you right back to Axie Infinity. No idea how this works. Awarded as rewards by Axie Infinity players through Battle or Adventure mode. SLP are tokens that can be used to breed new digital pets. Known as Axies. It was formerly known as Small Love Potion before the token upgrade to the Ronin blockchain. Okay, so it's not known as Small Love. Oh, Smooth Love Potion. Okay, I got you. The cost of breeding begins at 100 SLP, but increases gradually, rising to the second breed. Okay, so I need 100 of these to breed something. Man, so confused. I would totally get it if this game was like amazing, but I've never played it, so I don't know. I guess I have to download something later and probably, I guess, test it out. I guess this is the breeding that you do with like the Smooth Love Potions or whatever. And there's adventure. But this is what I mean by like this gaming account. And here's their partners. Ubisoft, right? Okay, Samsung, Maker, Binance, Upbit, Delphi Digital, Kyber, Aave. Okay. So there's definitely interesting things going on there. I can't explain it, but alright, let's hop back over. Oh, please turn up your volume. No problem, sir. Sorry about that. I was wondering if it might be a little bit too low. I moved the mic a little bit closer. Let me know if that's fine. I've kind of just slowly been just like drifting further from my mic throughout the stream, I guess. Okay. What else are we going to look at today? We've covered a lot of the trending tokens. We covered some stuff, some news with Kava. We covered the stack stuff as well as the sovereign things going on. We covered, I believe, the Gitcoin stuff going on with Flare Finance. Some things like that. Let's look at what's going on in the 100 to 200 token range. Let's see what's up and what's down. So Audius is up a lot, and Stratus, Tokamak, and our friend's Feg token as well. Singularity, someone told me to look into that before. Osmosis is down. I think that's on Cosmos. I think that recently launched or something like that. Could be wrong. Chia. Crypto Chia. Okay. Well, let's look at why Audius is up so much. And let's see what this does. It's the native platform token of Audius streaming protocol. Oh, it's another streaming protocol. My goodness, there's still, like, there's a ton of streaming protocols as well. It's crazy. Okay, but this is for music, I guess. Well, that makes sense with the name. Becoming artists, learn about the token. Okay, cool. So this is like a SoundCloud, but like crypto, I guess, right? I guess Deadmau5 is here. Cool. I don't know the rest of these guys. There's a podcast, contests. Okay, you can start listening. Let's look at the token. Audio have not been registered. Okay. Discord. I mean, it's a cool website. And it's a cool concept to do, I guess, what? Some form of, like, decentralized, crypto-based audio streaming platform. Interested in operating a service on the Audius network. Building your own decentralized application. Oh, so are they their own? Oh, they're in ERC20. I don't know exactly how this is going to work for the. I don't know. API. More than 200,000 tracks. Zero rate limits. Totally free. High quality audio. I guess could I use this platform to listen to music though? Is that kind of how it works? Dive into Audius using your existing YouTube videos. Okay. So I guess these are some of the things that are built on top of Audius. Oh yeah, built on Audius. Okay, cool. Maybe some of these actually could be somewhat useful. like YouTube to Audius importer, dive into Audius using your existing YouTube videos. I don't really know what you would do with them here though. Okay. So Napster of music again. I've heard of Napster. I actually don't know what Napster does, or did, I guess I should say. But there is value though, right, in like decentralizing this stuff, or doing it in some crypto-based way, right? Same way like Theta's crushing. I'm sure Napster wasn't using the same technology, right? Token. Audio token. I mean, they have like the best name probably you can have for like this type of project. So they've already got that secured, which actually matters a lot in my opinion. Just in terms of, I guess, like getting people excited about the project, maybe like more retail. Let's look at their team. Okay. All right. Wait, it's Deadmau5? Okay. All right. Investors. Oh, Coinbase has invested in them. I don't think they're listed on their exchange, but okay, cool. Pantera. Heard of them. Binance. What are they listed on? Are they listed on Binance at least? Yeah, they are. But they're not listed on Coinbase. I wonder if that's part of the reason why they're up so much. Maybe there's like something coming out for that, maybe. I don't know, let's go to their Twitter. This is a cool... Oh, they're in the Solana ecosystem as well. Okay, cool. And they're followed by Axie Infinity. On Twitter, at least. Hey! This week's top 5 trending tracks. Weezer. Nice. I'm going to retweet this, actually. I'm about to... Yeah, me too. You had me at Weezer. Cool. I'm about to just get in the Audius just for that. I'm excited that people are listening to Weezer on a crypto-based platform. I'm going to give them a follow. Weezer's actually, for anybody who wants to know, Weezer's my favorite band. They just had 2 new albums released. OK Human, which is kind of like a spin-off type of thing of OK Computer by Radiohead. And Van Weezer, which is a spin-off of Van Halen, kind of type of thing. Before they release albums all the time. I like how they consistently keep putting out music, and I also like their music a lot. Sick. Cool. Anyway, let's get back to CoinGecko. This is probably going to be the project I look into the most after this stream. I'd really like to check this project out. Anyway. Oh, by the way, if you guys do want to support the channel on, like, speaking of different streaming services or decentralized streaming services or video platforms, if you guys do want to support the channel over here, here's the link. There's also going to be a link. I guess it's on the channel. I don't know if it'll be in the description of this stream, but if you do want to support the channel on Odyssey, that would be cool. Also, this is streaming currently to Theta TV at chi_gaming. If you guys want to head over there and look at it there, if any of you guys are on Theta, that'd be pretty cool. And if you do want to become a patron of the channel, this is a newer thing that I just recently added to the channel. These are the tiers currently. And if you guys have any suggestions for anything like that, let me know. But yeah, if you guys do want to become a patron or anything, you can. There should be a link on the channel in the About Us or something. Maybe it's in the description of this live stream. I'm not sure. But yeah, there's also that. Also, you can follow the Twitter page. Just like how I followed Audius. And if you like Weezer. Okay. So, I think we've covered quite a few things in this video. Yeah. Yeah, you can see that over the 7-day, a lot of NFT projects. Synthetics is doing really well. I wonder why. Stacks, of course, that we talked about. Well, it's down on 24, but it's still crushing overall. I haven't even gone past the first 2 pages actually in this video, which is, I don't know if I've done that in a crypto live stream before. Let's see what's going on over here. Alien Worlds, I think that's another NFT based project as well. Okay. Well, let's get over to here. Oh, here's Gitcoin. We talked about them, of course. Gala Games and Rarible. Okay, cool. I actually did a video on Rarible before. They're an interesting project. They have like a lot of different creators who've built NFTs and stuff on their platform. So another NFT project doing well. And Gala Games is another platform or project I think that's like partnered and integrated with Flare. Audius not offered on Coinbase, but shows its charts. Oh, well, I will say this about Audius, I guess, because it might have a similar problem to Stacks. I think like in that disclaimer, they said something about SEC problems or like regulations with the security stuff. So it's probably actually a big reason why they're probably not listed on Coinbase, but that could be like might not be a bad idea to get into it before it gets listed on Coinbase when they get that cleared up. Same thing with Stacks and stuff. But anyway, and you can see Illuvium here too. Obviously, we talked about them a little bit with the NFT project. But Gala Games is another project I think that's going to be partnered up with Flare Network. Yeah, so you can check them out as well. I'm gonna go 1 page over here real quick, and then I do want to say something. I think is this the million token that whatchamacallit is shilling all over YouTube? Tech lead. If this is like, fixed supply of 1 million tokens for a ton. Yeah, founded by Tech Lead. Oh, great. Why? What does this do? Is this a complete, like, just meme scam? A decentralized for millionaires by millionaires. Oh, great. Thanks, Tech Lead. Okay. Alright, let's get out of here. Anyway, if you guys aren't familiar with that, you guys can look up Tech Lead on YouTube if you don't know who that is. It says a lot of different sarcastic or whatever things about crypto and stuff. Yeah, probably the last thing we're going to cover in this video. Do a little bit of a recap, look into Dero, project that I'm very interested in. I did a little bit more research on the project. I've talked to some of the community in the Discord. They're going to have a whole website redesign launch coming in Q3, I believe, as well as their private smart contracts. Never heard of Tech Lead? You can look him up. He's always puts like as a millionaire in his titles. He was like an ex software engineer for like big companies. He's got probably like maybe like 500,000 subs on YouTube. He's pretty big. Yeah, you can check him out if you want. Anyway, yeah. So Dero, what did I want to talk about in terms of what was brought up to my attention in the Discord? Give me one moment. La-da-dum-dum. I have to make a separate video on Dero again, like a more updated version. As things start to as I don't know what I'm saying. One moment. Yeah, okay, so that was the other thing. They mentioned that the hardware wallet support will be pursued after the Stargate launch, which is the private smart contracts for Dero. So we might be getting potentially, I guess, like Ledger or Trezor support, which would be really cool for Dero. Obviously, that's something you want for any crypto project. You want to be able to store it in cold storage or like your own personal wallet and custody it. So that's good news for Dero. I don't know if any guys from the Dero Discord are into the stream right now, but yeah. Yeah, so there's a CMD wallet, I believe a web wallet as well. And you guys can see that, the wallet stuff here. And what else do we have here? Oh, right, services. So there's actually services that are on Dero. I believe there's like a VPN that's gonna be. I don't know if it's launched or it's gonna be launching. I think it's called like Dero Guard is like one. I was given a link to this. I have to look through some more of these services. But I think they're having like some type of competition of some form or something like that with rounds to give the winners Dero, I guess based off the projects or services that they make. But yeah, that'll be cool. Okay, and then right, the homomorphic encryption, which I talked about a little bit earlier. So that just allows you to like the encrypted data that you send, you can perform like arithmetic or transaction or things on it like multiplication, addition, subtraction, all that without having to decrypt the data, right? So the data stays encrypted, which of course, keeps it private, makes it private, right? So that's kind of the concept there. And I think Google's doing like a similar thing to that, but apparently the devs published their, I don't know what POC stands for, but before IBM and Google did. So that's actually good news for them. Obviously, they have put out some stuff on homomorphic encryption before really big companies like Google and IBM have. So that's, or at least according to the Discord. So that's really good news. Yeah, then the last thing I also found out is that the foundation members are public, but the devs are anonymous. And like I've said before, the Dero was the pick of the Crypto Vigilante if you guys are not familiar with them. DYOR, do your own research, aiming to prevent scams, etc. Or scams ECT. Yeah, I don't know what you're referencing. Yeah. I have to do this separate video on Dero or whatever. Again. You guys can get that on KuCoin Trade Ogre. Let me see if there's any updates with their Twitter actually. Okay. This is the guy from the Discord. Oh, TYOR is a token? Okay. Okay. I mean, we can look at it. Is it on like CoinMarketCap or something? I don't see it anywhere. I don't know. If it's not on, like, I don't really feel like looking into a project that's not on that right now, but what was I looking at with Dero? The Twitter page. Okay, so yeah, okay, yeah, I saw this in the Discord. Yeah. This will actually be a pretty cool thing to bring up in the video too. A nice little image here for Dero. So chain analysis, metadata collection, financial confidentiality, center identification, slow block times, long node setups. Okay, these are the problems. Whoops. Slow wallet sync, long configuration times. Okay, but the solutions here. Okay. Let's talk about all of the solutions that Dero provides for these issues here. Yeah. Okay. As a gaming plus crypto investor, I've been thinking about this version. Why has this been so hard? Oh, is this a thread? Okay. All right. So, anyway, like I talked about a little bit earlier, it is getting a little bit late here. Hey, the market's doing pretty good right now. Cool. At least on the 24-hour. So if you guys do want to support the channel, you guys can like this stream or any of the videos, subscribe, of course. Follow me on Odyssey. Like I said before, this stream I think was on Theta TV as well, G_gaming. If you want to become a patron, like I mentioned before, these are the tiers currently, and we'll see where that goes from there. And you can also follow me on Twitter at CryptoChiYT. Other than that, I think that's probably going to be it for this stream here. I don't know how long we've gone here, but we covered a lot of stuff. This might even be a stream that I look back on a bit to do maybe some separate videos on some of these projects that we looked at. I think some of the most interesting things were Audius, Sovereign, of course. Any of these DAG stuff going on with like Constellation, and I think what was the other blockchain doing stuff? Hathor, I think is doing DAG stuff. Axie Infinity, whatever is going on there with all these gaming NFTs, but especially Axie Infinity. And yeah, I have a video coming out tomorrow about some updates with a certain project, or with Flare, I'll just say. So yeah, that'll be coming out tomorrow, and then I will probably try to do my Dero update video maybe sometime after that. Maybe that'll be the next one, but we'll have to see if anything comes up in between. But all right, so it's going to be it for this live stream, guys. I'll see you guys probably in the next video, and then we'll see if we live stream tomorrow or not. Oh, and which one was partnered with AWS? Yeah, so allegedly, like we said before, it was the Constellation blockchain, or not even blockchain, the DAG, Constellation cryptocurrency or crypto asset, that was allegedly partnered with AWS, but we have to look into that to see if that's true. But yeah, okay. So I'll see you guys in the next video.